This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 9 a.m. And for today's video, I made a little bit of an adjustment to the Play Like a Pro video that I wanted to see what you guys thought of. And as always, let me know if you like it, don't like it, or would modify it down in the comments. And let's go ahead and get started. So, for those of you that haven't seen the first one, I'll go over everything. And we're only betting the 6 outside bets, the 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, or 19 to 36. And we're never starting a bet unless there's 2 to bet against at least. So in this case, our only option is to bet even, because as you can see, we had the last 3 numbers are odd, and we don't have another outside bet to bet against. So let's start with that. So we're going to bet even for $10. One thing that's going to be different now from the original is we're going to add $1 on 0, and that's not going to increase with every loss like the main bet is, but I'll go over what to do with that. Okay, we won, and anytime you win, you go back to the original bet. We're up $9, and right now we need to spin without betting because we do not have 2 to bet against. Okay, we got a 17 black. So now we have 2 1 to 18s in a row. So let's bet 19 to 36. And we'll put 10 on that. And then 1 on 0. And then here I'll show you what to do with the 0 if you lose 2 in a row. Okay, so we lost. So the 0 is going to stay at 1 unit. The only difference is, like the original system, we're going to double the 19 to 36 bet, leave the dollar bet right where it's at. Okay. And we won. So anytime you win, you start back over. So we're going to see if we have anything to bet against, and we do not. So let's spin without betting. Okay, now we still don't have anything to bet against. That's pretty rare when you have 6 outside bets to bet against, but occasionally it does happen where you have to spin a few times without betting. And we still don't have anything. Let's spin one more time. Okay, we got 36 red. Okay, now we have 2 evens in a row and 2 highs in a row, so we can either bet 1 to 18 or we can bet odd. And let's go odd. And we'll start back over with 10 and 1. Let me change that to a 1 on the 0. And again, once we have a couple losses in a row here, I'll share with you how I increase the 0. Okay, we won that one. So then we go ahead and see what we have to bet against. It looks like all we have right now is 1 to 18. So we'll put 10 on that, because every time we win, we go back to 10. And then I'll put the dollar on 0. Just gives you a little protection in case you hit some zeros while you're playing. That's definitely part of the modification here. We won, so now we look to see what we have to bet against, and we don't have anything. So we're up $35 right now. We're going to spin without betting. Okay, so now we have 2 1 to 18s in a row, so the bet would be 19 to 36. And we're going to put 10 on that and 1 on 0. Okay, and we got it. So now we go ahead and see. Let's see, we can bet red or we can bet even. Let's go ahead and bet even for 10. Then put the 1 on 0. Again, the first 2, that if you lose 1, you stay with the dollar bet on 0. and then I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so we lost that one. We're going to double the bet that we had on even. Okay, and we're going to leave the dollar bet on 0. There we go. So we're not going to increase that yet. Okay, and we got it. Now, if we had lost that one, we would have doubled the dollar on the 0 to $2. And then basically every time you have 2 losses in a row, you're going to double the whatever you have on the 0 is what I've been doing. And like I said, just to get protection by having an extra number and the 0, it does take a little bit out of your winnings, but is good when you do start hitting the 0. And we're up $52 right now. We can bet red or low. Let's go ahead and bet low for 1 to 18 for $10. And then put a single dollar on 0. Okay, and we lost, so we'll change that from 10 to 20 on 1 to 18. And then we'll do our second bet at $1. Up 41 right now. Okay, we lost again. So now it's time to double the bet and the 0. So now there's $2 on the 0, and we're only up 20, but that'll change once we get a hit. Okay, we lost again. But on this one, we're not going to double the bet that's on the 0. Okay, so we're showing we're down, but anybody that's used to playing forms of Martingale knows that if we get a win, that it won't matter. We'll be good to go. So we were at 40, so now we're going to go to 80 on 1 to 18. And this is probably a good time to tell you that okay, I usually use a $1,300 starting balance when I do this, and that just covers you so you get a lot of chances to double. And let's go ahead and spin. Okay, so we won, so then we'll start back over, and we can go black. Yeah, I think black's the only one we can do right now, so back to $10 on black, 1 on 0. And sure, we'd be up more than $56 if we weren't doing the 0, but you know what? When we hit it, it'll be worth it. So let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we lost, so we're going to double the bet, but only on the black, not on the 0 yet. So it'll be 20 on black and $1 on 0. All right, here we go. Okay, we got it. So we start back over. We're up $64. The other reason to bet on the 0 is, I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but a lot of times if you're losing a bunch of them in a row, it might not be like 10 in a row red or 9 in a row black that get you. Sometimes it's like 4 black in a row, a green, and then 5 more black in a row that cause a streak of 9 losses. So that's why I'm putting these on the 0s now. that's a really good reason. Hopefully that made sense. If not, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll explain that. Okay, we're up 64. Okay. And we won. So it was worth it there to have that zero. Now we're up $89. And sometimes there's even back-to-back zeros. I'm sure you've seen that when you're playing. Sometimes I even see 3 in a row, and it can happen. So just remember also what I was saying before about how a lot of times when you get a streak of 9 or 10 in a row, it's not actually 9 and 10 black or red in a row. It's maybe 4 black and then a green and then 5 more black in a row that caused that streak. So keep that in mind. That's probably the one that I dislike the most. So the main reason why I do this. And let's go ahead and spin again, because we had that 0. Whenever I have a 0, I want a couple fresh numbers before I start. So now we can bet black or even. Let's go ahead and bet black for 10 and put the dollar on 0. Okay, we got that. So now we can bet low, and actually, so now we're up $98, almost $100, and I think we'll close with that. But that's the main thing I wanted to show you on today's video, is that I modified my Play Like a Pro system where I'm covering the 0 now, and for the main reasons that I listed there, or that I talked about during or while I was playing. And please let me know if you agree with that or if you don't agree, and please leave it down in the comments. That's the best part of this for me, is getting feedback from you guys, making each one of these systems even better. And if you have a system that you'd like to send in, please send it in. I would love to showcase it on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would love to get everybody's support and continue growing the channel. Also, again, yeah, send in anything that you have. That's what makes the channel great. Is it's all because of you guys. So keep sending them in, and I'll keep showcasing them. And let's see what we can find out there. Find the best systems possible. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.